All right. Okay, cool. Let's start with gold. All right, so this is gold, simply outlined. I'm going to take off the unnecessary trend lines. Okay, so we had this clear break. Once we broke, we retested, which was interest rates, and we had a buy till here. We took a sell, and now price is stuck in this range at this like 1365, 1309 kind of range. And so, for a clear direction on where we're going, we will need to see a break of the range. So I want to see the range being broken. So yeah. So I want to see higher than 137 and lower than 130. If we break lower than 1300, we would look for longer term targets down all the way, like on the daily. If we break this level, we can look for next support, which is around 1260. So we catch a good amount of pips. But right now, price is stuck in this range. If you see in the overall and the higher time frame, we are stuck in a range, literally in a box like we were before when we were at the same resistance. Um, so yeah, we could say that if it does respect previous price, then we can expect to look for lower prices, but I doubt it. I'd rather look for longs if we come down, but for a longer term trade. But yeah, so for now we have no bias currently for gold. We have to see where price is heading. If we could look on the daily, we're making lower lows and higher highs. So we started swing low, and then we made a base here where we made the lower high, and then we went high to make a higher high. Now we came back to make a lower low. We are most probably looking for a higher high, which will take us higher. And maybe the overall break will be higher. And that makes sense. So we are expecting the dollar to weaken. All right, so if we're looking at where to take trades, where to enter in a trade. So we have to look out for this zone. We want this zone to be taken up because this zone was a zone where price previously fell, and price fell really strong. So if we do not break this area, then the long bias is not valid. So if we break this area, we're looking at break, and then we want to see a retest of this zone, and then we want to see higher prices, and then that's where we want to see the higher high. If not, we want to see price come down lower from this level, retest, which is also a nice zone that we are in, and then we see a breakdown from here. Try getting here at the retest, and then we have two reasons for this trade. One of which is that we are at resistance, and another is that we are broken trend line, retested, market's gaining liquidity again, ready for the next drop down, and then we aim for 350 pips. If not, we are waiting for the break up of this zone, which is better to see because it makes more sense on the higher time frame. But then again, anything can happen, so you just follow what happens. So right now, if this breaks up, goes up, comes back down, retest into the level, and we will look for buys to make the high, and then maybe another entry once we break this level and retest it to go higher. So that's gold for this week. Looks all right. If we did sell from this level, this would be a nice trade. It would be a simple textbook trade, and you'd have a very good risk reward because you can limit your risk a lot. So you can have you can have like a 36 pip stop loss, and you're looking for 360 pips, 350 pips. So you're having a 1 to 10 risk reward. So if you do get it, it'll be a very nice sell. And it's a very nice strong zone, and your stop loss is above the stop hunts we previously had. If we do go higher and we do fake, then I'm looking at a rejection from this point where sales will be validated. But yeah, with a 35 pip stop loss, you can't go wrong. That's a small stop loss. Yeah, and as I said, to go higher, we want to see it because the overall market structure is going higher, and we are making lower lows, higher highs, even on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So if we do break the zone, retest, and go higher, it will also be a nice buy sell. Always. Okay, USD JPY last week. What happened? So we had this trend line. We had this overall break in market structure. Then we had the liquidity pull back into the zone. Price gained liquidity, ready for the next big push. Started to push up, retested the line that it broke. Simply retested it and literally went up. Followed it as accurately as a textbook. Price retested again, dropped down, make a lower high. And then same thing, broke out, retested, went higher, faked down to this level of, for this retest, we fake lower to go for another retest, and probably a stop hunt, so to take buyers that were buying from here out of the market and leave a lot of people selling. And so price reverses, ready for the next push up. You see, this level wasn't taken out. So if you were thinking of selling here, that would be the right thing to do, but you would have had to wait for your confirmation, which was a break in this zone. If you got a break in this zone then you can see the market structure has changed again, because so the market is making lower lows, higher highs all the way up, and then the market suddenly comes back down into a zone, rejects off the zone, and then comes back down through the zone. If it goes through the zone, then that means that zone is not valid anymore, and the market structure is changing back down. So from there, you can see the structure is changing back down to downwards. But then, if you waited your confirmation, you would have seen that this level was not broken. This level was not, even on the 1 hour, this level was not broken. Forget the higher time frame. This level was not broken at all. So this was just a dip to fool people and a lot of manipulation. At this level, we said that it could go up, disregard this trend line and go up higher, or it could retest off it. It didn't retest off it. It went higher. We didn't buy, but it would have been a nice buy there. Would have been a nice buy once we broke in 1, 2, 3. We had three trend line touches. Then we had a break, retest, trend line, and the liquidity trend line, and then now we go higher. Now price made a high. It looks like it's rejected off the high. If it was a strong level, if this level was not going to be a change in the market structure level, then I would have expected price to carry on going through this level. So because price rejected not far after it broke the highs, this could mean this was a fake out. So we could say that this level, this 107.65, we faked out to 107.8 nearly, and then we could say we're coming down lower, price is going to come down lower, disregard this trend line because this was all fake, right? This move was fake, and so price will come down here, go up higher to make a right shoulder, and then we look for selling opportunities down, and then you'd have a neckline, and then you could re-enter again on the neckline retest. But yeah, for UJ, that's what I'm thinking, because we're stuck. We're still stuck. We're still stuck in this. Like I didn't even see the higher time frame, but we're still stuck in the zone. Like we haven't broken the market structure. We haven't gone bullish yet on the dollar. Well, the dollar is not bullish yet. No one said it's bullish. If we do go any higher, I'd look to reject off this max, of this zone. So say we price does start to go higher now, I would look for look to sell off this area, off this level here, which be a nice area because then you'd have a small stop loss. But if we get what we want, so if we get a nice drop now, which I like, yeah, I like this drop. I think we're gonna drop now. We should drop down, and then from here we'll pick back up to gain some liquidity. We might not go at this high. We might go a bit lower to about this zone this support that it will break now if it drops through it, and then we'll look for lower targets. And then depending on where the dollar wants to go next, the overall outcome will be like that. If not, then we'll look for this trend line next. So yeah, this is a nice change in market structure that we can see. This bullish movement now coming to starting a bearish move on the pair, and then just look for entries along the way to get ourselves in and just do what we came to do. Take our trades, take our pips, and then leave. And if we do sell from here, it does not. You would have a very small stop, and then you could re-enter from there. The other scenario is price goes straight bullish. Then all you have to do is wait for a retest and then get in. So simple as for if we start to go bullish. Yeah, that's where you look for entries because you can't just enter. You have to always know why you're entering, reasons why you're entering. So this would be a nice setup. So if we drop down and then we may pick it up from here. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We may pick up. We may not pick up. And then once we go up, we look for ourselves. It doesn't look complicated, the chart, but as I explained, it doesn't. It's not very complicated. Simple, very simple. All right. So USD CAD. I like USD CAD. We took a nice sell from here, and it would have been currently 500 pips running, but we had a take profit at 400 pips at this zone here. We hit profit, so we closed. We tried to buy. Our buy setup didn't work. So now pure bullish again. Let's look. Let's draw on some trend lines. So go on here. Now what do I expect to happen? So we're gonna get liquidity grab somehow back to this level here. We're gonna get some kind of liquidity push up before the next move down. We can't just drop down. Well, we can drop down, but we won't just drop down because price needs to gain liquidity. It needs more people to start buying and selling in the market. When more people start buying and selling in the market, prices gets pushed in the direction quicker. So that's why you see when a session opens, like a New York session or something opens, then when a New York session opens, you always see a large push. So once the session opens, you always see like the moves that you were waiting for to happen then. So you always wait for like the momentum when there's momentum to enter trades because you don't have to stay in the market for too long. It's not good to stay in the market. So yeah. We have this liquidity level where we grabbed liquidity at this price last time. We might come back to this level again. We might fill it and then drop. So we are expecting a move up on that, and then we watch how the move develops, and we adjust our trend lines depending on how it develops, and then we want to see a break. Retest, and then that's where you would want to get in. So yeah, that's where you would want to get in. So, and then if not, then price will come all the way up, break out, retest this zone, and then move back up higher. Where you'd look for 1.295 as a target. So this is simple. We just have to see how the liquidity push comes back up before the next move done. Yeah, so I don't expect it to drop down more than that. We have a kind of trend line nice. So we just need to watch these areas. If we break and retest this, then we might start to see higher prices. Even then, it would be a nice entry, and then we'd achieve like 80 pips. We'd take some profits, make it risk-free, and then we'd see if it break up. And then because the trade is risk-free, you can be in it and just see how it develops. If it breaks up, if not, then you can enter sells, and you will never hold yourself to a buy. So you just enter what you see. All right, AUD USD. So we had a squeeze, we had a push, we had a break, we had a retest, and we just started to go higher. Price has now rejected off zone. So we have a zone here, a level, which is obviously a very important level because we bounced off it. We don't just bounce off levels for no reason. We also have a squeeze down. All right, so we have this trend line. We broke out of it now, retested it, and we should see higher prices based on this. We should start seeing 0.8. Expecting to see 0.8. This isn't the value zone. We'd use this as the next zone. Yeah. But yeah, so we dipped down to this sort of level 0.765, and then we just started to come back high now. So yeah, I think we will see 0.8. We could see 0.8, or this could be invalidated, and then we could have a head and shoulders pattern where price will go down lower again. So that's the two scenarios. If this method is right, then that means this trend line is this one here. There you go. So then, see when you have a scenario like this, you draw up your zones, and then whatever happens, you know it's true. So if that trend line is holding, then we're going to get that. So we're going to enter. Right now, we don't know what trend line is holding what. So if we don't, we're going to go higher from here. And I would enter. I would enter once we break. This is high. I want to see a re-entry into the zone. Then I'll take the trade. That's where we would take a buy on this. So, and for sell, we take it from here. Both with small, very small stops. There's no need for big stops because price action makes sense. So if it doesn't go right, then it's not right. No big deal. So yeah, AUD USD, very interesting this week. I like it. So yeah, whatever happens, we'll try to trade on. If we are heading to 0.8, be a very nice area to take it there. And then yeah, and if we break out, then I'd set a buy limit. We would set a buy limit there, and we'll see how far we can go. All right, NZD USD. So NZD USD daily. We're rejecting a high. We came in where like we were at this resistance zone for so long. This whole zone is a resistance zone. It does look like we're pushing. Well, we did have a reversal candlestick, and we are. It does look like we're pushing back down. We had this break. We had this trend line, and we had a break retest on a daily, and then now we're seeing higher prices. We could easily start seeing higher prices, even higher prices, or we could see a reversal. So now, because we came back to the resistance zone, we could say this was the pullback. So price came down, changed, market structure change, went bullish again, market structure changed it again, we go bearish. But we need some sort of confirmation to tell us that we are going down for sure, and we need to trade it. All right, so because we've been making higher highs and lower lows all the way up, we need to see a high being broken. I mean, we need to see a high being broken. We need to see a zone being broken. So we need to see this bounce of this zone being broken. Because last time, once we broke this resistance, we came back to retest, went higher, we broke this level, we came higher, then we pulled back in to gain liquidity to push higher again. And this was the trendline retest that we were talking about. But yeah, so we want to see a break in that zone. Once we see a break in that zone, then we can wait for pullback to go lower to see where we could head. But there's so many zones currently. So there's this zone here, and then we got a normal zone. We got loads of zones for NZD USD. So ideally, I'd want to see a bounce of this zone, because then if you get a bounce of this zone, I can take a sell. We can take a sell from the top, and we have the smallest risk stop loss. So we have a very small risk to reward. Take a sell there, and then we drop, and then that will be good, because then we can find our way down and break these zones back. As in, these zones won't be as important, and then we'll just literally make our way back down. Yeah. So we're expecting a break of the trend line as well. Retest of the trend line zone, and then I'd look for 0.76. Yeah. NZD USD doesn't have much manipulation, so mostly price action talks a lot. NZD USD tells you what's going a lot. So yeah. Sorry, let's do this. Yeah. So the sell scenario that we have for NZD USD, we have to also draw on, because there's always more than one bias. So you want to see a break, as you said, you want to see a break. Retest of this zone, and then look for this level. 0.72. So yeah, both setups are also very nice. Whatever happens, happens. We trade what we see. This would be a nice trade, and then you'd have a small stop loss of 30 pips. You even have it at 40. Yeah, if you have a 50 pip stop loss, then you're covering a double top as well. So you can get a double top and then rejection. But it'd be better to have a, say, 25. Say you have a 25. It's better to have a 25 pip stop loss, and if you get stopped out, then you re-enter here. Better to do that rather than hold it. It's never gonna. It doesn't always reject from here. All right, so that's all the USD pairs. Hope that wasn't very boring, but let's do the pound euro pairs next, and then we would do the pound pairs. All right, so euro Great British pound is at the bottom, is at the floor right now. We pulled back, we broke the support, pull back, and now we're just dropping down lower. From this level, it will be a nice area to buy, but it'll be a nice area to buy, but you have to be careful because the only thing telling us to buy right now is this trend line and this support. So we don't have much confirmations. The better confirmation to wait for would be to see the up movement happening. Once the up movement happens, then we can know that the trade is going to happen, and because it's going to happen, then we can take it here, and it will be a lot safe. It will be a safer level. This is my roadmap for the overall of British pound, euro pound. So yeah, I'm looking at a lot of pound strength, a lot of pound weakness, sorry, and a lot of pound weakness will make euro pound go up a lot and strong, and I expect pound to drop in value, and I'll explain why after. But yeah, from this level, so right now, if I was to take, if we were to take a buy, we are going to take a buy this week. We would look for 550 pips, and then we look, our stop loss would be 50 pips stop loss. 50 pip-ish stop loss if we enter now. That's not a bad stop loss area, but yeah, I don't want to see, if we go into the lower time frame, show you. So we have this which kind of rejection. On the one here's the 1 hour for euro pound. We dropped. We made a left shoulder. Now we're in the right shoulder, and then we're looking for higher prices. We could say we want to break this level, and then once we break this level, retest this level, then we can look for longs. But yeah, I'm looking for longs from this zone this week, and I think it will be very nice. The euro pound has a high pit value, so you have to be careful with the euro pound. But yeah, if it goes to plan, then we want to add here, and you want to add here, and so you'd have 3 trades. Each taken half profits on each one. So you have say total 1.5 normal trades running on your account, and each trade compounded to 500 pips. That's what you call swing trading. Yeah. So Euro pound's nice. Euro USD. We dropped down lower. We dropped down lower. We came to 1.24, nearly 24. Then we dropped, gained more liquidity. We dropped into this zone here. And then we consolidated between the zones and then we went higher. And then now we're at another zone. So what could we see happening? So we could say that this is a zone. Obviously, it has to be a zone because price rejected off it. And then we could say this is the next zone, and say we are taking sales from this zone, not from this zone. We are taking sales, not from this zone. This is a double top, but double tops you can't as in you can't say a double top is a double top until you see some kind of rejection. So right now, even if price goes up to this level, I can still say that's a double top because we're in the 1 hour. We're in the 1 hour here. Price could price could go up and then go up to this zone, then come down, and then we are in the what do you call it? We go in the 4 hour, and then it's just a wick. So 1 hour doesn't matter. So even if you do get to this level, it still be counted as a double top. Double top doesn't mean it has to be exactly the same price that it came to. So yeah, well, I'm expecting price to come higher to this point, and then that's why I'm expecting to take sales, and then it will be literally the zone to zone thing from after that. So I'm looking at TP here. So I'm looking for 120 pips, and stop loss I would want to have a 15. I have a 13 pip stop loss for 120 pips. Again, 1 to 10. But yeah, I think that would be a very nice trade. If we do break this zone, highly doubt it. If we do break it, then we got this zone. Yeah, so I'm not looking for any buys because as you can see, the market structure changed. Buys are all run out. It's end for buys right now. So yeah, looking for sales. We'll see if we can get some sales this week. If not, then if price breaks up, retest this zone before we get to this zone, then we can take buys and then disregard this sell. If not, then we're still looking for sales here. If we do get a double top at this level, also nice. So yeah, let's see how price develops. If we do start making higher highs, as in we did break this zone, very strong zone of resistance that we compounded at, and then we did break it. So yeah, we just need to see what happens for now for Euro USD. So overall bias is sell from these levels, but we need to watch each level to see which level price action wants us to sell. So this level will give us the lowest risk because we have the tightest stop loss, and it would be a better entry because it'd be it would be a right shoulder of the head and shoulders, and it would be a retest of the trend. Okay, let's do Euro pound. I mean Euro JPY, sorry. Euro JPY has made low lows, high highs all the way down. We're at the base now, consolidated for a bit, changing market structure, and then time to go up. Lower lows, high highs, all the way up. So to get into this trade, we have these zones here. Yeah, so I want to see a pullback into either, I think this zone here. So I want to see a pullback into the zone, not closing below the zone, not closing below this level of support, not making a lower low, not breaking this low. Just want to see a retracement back into this level to gain liquidity. And then once we gain liquidity, see a big push up, and then just making lower lows, high highs, all the way back up, basically. And then well, you could have gotten a trade from the root, but we didn't get in from the root, so we still need to get in because at least we're in. At least we're in. Right. Okay. Yeah, so that's the bias for UJPI. If we do come into this zone, then expect bias. Very nice bias. From this zone, if we even dip lower to this zone, I'll still take the bias. But this level is the level we're expecting. And then strong pushback up next 4 hours. Yeah, nice. All right, so Euro AUD, Euro AUD, very interesting, very nice. So Euro AUD, we have a resistance here. We have a trend line here. Let's see this on the floor. We can draw like this. We can draw like this. I'm gonna draw like this. All right. Okay, cool. So just want to move myself on the chart. All right, cool. So we have this. We have this trend line. We have this trend line here. We bounced off it. With a strong with on the I think on the daily looks like a strong reversal candlestick. Yeah, if you see the daily, we have a strong reversal candlestick. So we are so it looks like we've changed market structure. So now what we are expecting is a bit of consolidation here. You know, like when the market wants to push up again, or when the market wants to push up at a resistance zone. So resistance zone where you should be selling. When the market goes up and wants to go higher, that's how you know there's either manipulation or liquidity being pulled. So when the market's consolidating, so say the market's consolidating at this area right now. If the market starts consolidating, and I don't mean consolidating by staying at the same price or literally moving nowhere, but I'm saying moving down, coming down, but not staying down. So it's coming down, but not changing market structure. It's just coming down. It's not going lower. It's just coming down, and then it plays again and goes back up, and then it comes down. That's when you know that there's being someone's not someone's movement. There's a lot of people entering the market, buying and selling. So the market waits for people to enter buys, enter sells. So right now in this area, a lot of people will be selling, right? Because this is a resistance zone, as you can see before. This is a break in the zone and retest. So a lot of people will be selling. So the market is gaining a lot of volatility from people selling in the market. And then now, if we drop from this level, it's just because of the sellers that enter the market. And then there's the buyers that enter the market, which is the right direction overall, right? And then the buyers come push price back up, and it consolidates more people buying and selling, makes the market gain more liquidity, and then you get a push up. So the next zone or something, you just get the next zone. Sorry, the next session, you would just get like a massive push up, and that's because of this consolidating. This consolidating gives them power, gives them strength to make the next big move. So I'm expecting price to consolidate for a bit, as I said, and then if price does dip into this level and allow me to enter, then I'll enter there, and I want to enter there, which is before the confirmation, bear in mind. And if not, then I would enter once we break the trend line, retest the trend line, and then would enter buy. If not, price will break this and then simply come back to this level where we'd be waiting for shorts. I consolidate, but then we would look for shorts like that. Yeah. So we got to see what happens. The market tells us what we do. So if it consolidates, breaks, retest, buy. If it doesn't, drops through this level, sell. And both are nice options. Whatever we get good pips both ways. So whatever happens, happens. The last ones I was gonna do. I was gonna do the CAD. I was gonna do the yen pairs. So all my yen pairs have the same kind of analysis. So all up in the higher time frame. But we want to see dips. So we want to see dips, take the entries. So we got that zone there covered. And then we got that zone now. So then now expecting price to higher. All it is previous price and price action, how they work together. We did reject off a zone there. So we need to see what this zone be. This zone broken. Yeah. So before we take long, you want to see this zone broken. You either can take a long at this retest, or you can take a long at the big retest. If you were to enter buys now, you'd put your stop loss below these lows. So if you were to enter buys now, you'd have if you want to save stop loss, 80 pips. If you don't want to save stop loss, 30 pips. But buys now, I don't know. I don't really like buys right now. So as in for CAD yen, no, because you have a strong level. And CAD may start to lose strength. So yeah. With AUD JPY, it's the same thing as the other yen pairs, making lower lows, high highs all the way up, coming into the zones. Each pair has different price action, but most of them have similar price action if they're similar kind of pairs. The JPY pairs have similar analysis because yen is heavy on the currency pairs. So we've seen a break and retest. We're going to see 1 hour closure of these wicks to take buys. Simple place to take buys. Looking for first targets of 145 pips. Market has not changed structure yet. Once we see a break in this zone, market has changed structure. For now, we're good. This is nice buys now. So people wanted to take these buys, you could take buys right now. You can take buys right now and have your stop loss 20 pips stop loss. Very good trade. good Monday trade to take. Yeah. All right, so that's all the pairs. I'm gonna do pound JPY and pound USD, and then I'll send them to the group chat. I'll send all the pairs, all the charts to the group. Now I'll send all the pairs, all the charts, and what we're waiting for, and we will wait and trade what we see. If you want, you can take the EDJPY buy with a 20 pip stop loss. Yeah, I hope everyone has a good Monday. This is and was fully recorded, so I'm going to upload it and people can go on and um, revisit it and take certain points from it if you want. Take notes on it. So yeah. I hope everyone has a good Monday and let's have a good week. Take care, everyone.